Hello.
Do it like this. Mr. George, can you raise your right hand, please?
Judge, you didn't call his case.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Are you saying something, Madam Clerk? I mean, Madam Court Reporter?
Yes, sir. You didn't call his case. He's a walk-in.
Okay, very well. Thank you. This is the City of Detroit versus Aaron Lamar George, case number 02. First strike that 202-89792, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. George, off the record, I made an offer to you to clear these matters up with a plea to the amended count of improper plates for the no insurance ticket. The other tickets will be dismissed. I told you I'd fine you $240. I told you that I'll give you some time to pay. I didn't say that, but I will say that I'll give you some time to pay. The other 2 cases will be dismissed. I told you that you have a right to a trial. I told you that you have a right to speak with Mr. Hill, who's on the line, who can help you with this. And you told me that you want to clear this matter up and take that deal. Is that correct?
Yes.
Raise your hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you put your hand down, sir. You understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes.
All right, you understand? Has anybody offered you anything other than what I just stated in the record? Pardon me, sir?
No.
Sir, I'm going to draw your attention to April 24th, 2020 at around 4:30 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Ashton and 7 Mile Road. Did you have, were you operating a 2005 Chrysler on that day, sir?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by the Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, were you asked to produce a valid insurance on that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No, sir.
And why is that?
Because I didn't have it.
Because you didn't have any insurance, right?
Right.
All right. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of improper plates. I'm going to fine you $240, and with the stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss the other 2 matters.
Okay.
Stipulated, counsel?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Very well. When can you pay, sir?
I can pay today.
Okay, I'm just going to put in, for the purposes of today's hearing, I'm going to put in August 2nd, 2020. That's for the purposes of the computer. Dismiss the other matters. Waive the warrant fee. But you're going to be responsible to pay the reinstatement fees. That's not going to be a part of this order today, sir. That's going to be on your own to pay those. You just got to realize that if those $45 fees aren't paid, then you won't be able to get a driver's license. Or you won't have clearance here at 36th District Court to get a driver's license. So $240. If you need to, if you don't get it paid by today, or if you find yourself can't have it paid by August the 2nd, then you're going to need to zoom back in and see if we can find you some more time, sir. If there's nothing further, free to leave.
Okay, so one more question. You said it's $240?
240.
So can I pay it online?
Yes, you can pay it online. You can pay it at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can come down to the court and pay it, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right. There's no further questions. You have a great day.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Coleman, has your client got in the room yet?
He is in the room, Your Honor. He kept getting kicked out for some reason, but he said he's there.
What's your client's name, ma'am?
Devontae Gregory. Mr. Gregory, you need to change your name on your phone.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Okay. All right, this is the City of Detroit versus Devontae Ansel Gregory, case number 207202861. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Delisha Taylor Coleman, P56278, on behalf of Devontae Gregory.
Okay, Mrs. Taylor Coleman, there is not an offer in this file. We're only talking about the violation of the city marijuana code.
That is correct, Your Honor, which was, we had an objection. Mr. Gregory had other tickets that he has already paid. This is the only ticket that has ever held up his license. He had a valid license before getting this ticket. And quite frankly, we would object to the ticket, especially in light of the recent passing of the law. There is some circumstance to Mr. even being charged with it.
You want a trial date, ma'am?
If there's,
or you want to meet with the city attorney? The city attorney at this point, I'll be in the position to offer him a 3-month delayed sentence, and I'll dismiss immediately upon payment that $240. But if you want more than that, I will be more than happy to put you in a breakout room with the city attorney, or when he comes in, so you can argue your case with him and see if you can get it any better than that.
let me speak with Mr. Gregory. For Your Honor, you said 3 months delay upon immediate payment, the case would be closed?
The case will be closed, yes. And that doesn't, I do understand the issue about marijuana code, so I see where you're going there. And like I say, I'll be more than happy to give them a trial date as soon as possible, or let you speak with the city attorney regarding a better resolution.
If actually that's a good offer. If we could, if I could speak with my client and the city attorney, we'll get back with you, Your Honor.
City attorney here, tell them to zoom in.
I'll reach out again.
All right, well, and unfortunately, our city attorney is not here today, so we're going to rely on bringing another one in. And with that being said, I would let I do recognize that Mr. Gregory has cleared up some matters that I did have in the file that had an offer on. And I think we dismissed that because he did pay.
That is correct.
Fractions. So, I mean, I guess you could, it would probably be just to let him know that you did pay, he did pay some civil infractions as well. So until they come, I'm going to pass this matter, and I'll set up a breakout room for you I can set up a breakout room now for you and your client if you'd like.
Yeah.
And would you like that?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi, you guys need to.
Would you be that person?
I am,
Okay.
for the
All right,
moment.
so we have Mrs. Jones, we have Mrs. Taylor Coleman on the line. She just went in the breakout room. Her client is charged with violation of the Marijuana Act. He had a couple other cases, just driving traffic cases. This doesn't indicate, and there's no original ticket in here either. So I'll say that as well. But, and I'm going to let Mrs. Coleman know that there's no original ticket. So without that, I'm going to have a disadvantage to know exactly what the officer said, basically relying on the ROA. But even still, she wants to talk to you about a better resolution. I did give an offer of a 3-month delay because that's typically what our corporal prosecutor offers on these kind of charges.
Okay,
And I think she wants to see if she can do better. So
better than 3 months away?
better than the 3-month delay.
Okay,
And I recognize, I told her to let you know that he paid 2 other civil infractions. He did get a misdemeanor dismissed based on those payments and 2 other civil infractions in the last 2 years.
okay. I'll log into Zoom on my cell phone right now. And, I guess when she comes, she's in the breakout room, right?
She's in a breakout room. What's your name?
My name is Myra.
Myra.
I'm in Judge Williams. And I was looking at when he was training you,
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
You as well.
So let's go to Mr. Corey Lanier. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir.
For some reason, Your Honor, my camera isn't working. I don't know why, but I'm trying to get it to.
All right, I'm not too much concerned about the camera right now, sir. I'm just looking over your file. And we have a city attorney here now. Let's call this case, this is the City of Detroit versus Corey Lanier, case number ST115555121. Mr. Lanier, I see that, I don't understand how this, well, let's see. Let me look a little further on how this happened. Date of entry 3/5/2021, and then date of entry 3/24/2021. So you were here earlier this year, and I think that was back on 4/19/2021. You had 3 charges, expired plate. Let me see what the outcome of that was. It seems like you paid that. You had no valid registration. It seems as though you paid that as well. And then you had no proof of insurance that you paid as well. So you paid 3 civil infractions. You have this unregistered, untitled that you got before all of that, that is sitting out to you. So, Madam City Attorney?
Yes, sir.
Is there any objection to dismissing this matter?
No objection.
3 civil infractions, he had got stopped 2 different times, albeit that this happened before the other cases were adjudicated or you paid them. So is there an objection to that?
No objection.
Okay. Based on that, Mr. Lanier, we're going to dismiss this matter. We see that you paid 3 civil infractions of a case that you got after you got this ticket. And based on those payments, we'll dismiss this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's nothing further, sir. You're a very good day. You're free to leave.
Thanks.
Where are we now?
Judge, is the attorney for
Yes.
Devontae Gregory available?
Yes,
or-
that's why I'm gonna put you in a breakout
Okay,
room.
thank you.
So, Mrs.
Coleman?
I have kind of gone over with you. I didn't mention that I'm not operating, and I don't have the original ticket in front of me either, so I just wanted to make sure you knew that. And I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with the city attorney, who's waiting on you to enter now.
That's for Gregory, right?
That's for Greg, Devontae Gregory.
All right, thanks, Judge.
Thank you. Tamika Glover.
Yes,
Okay, Ms. Glover. Good morning to you.
good morning.
Mr. Hill, this is one of those cases that really there's not much in the way of an offer. So this is the city of Detroit versus Tamika Joy Glover, case number SD 11457951. Mrs. Glover is charged with allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. This is really one of those cases. The only offer is a 3-month delayed sentence. This is 3-month delayed sentence, and I'll dismiss the case altogether. You won't even have a misdemeanor on your record if you pay a $240 fine. However, it's one of those cases that probably, in my estimation, and I'm sure Mr. Hill will agree, is kind of the hardest case to prosecute, not unless you just you kind of either tell on yourself or whatever. I don't know. You want to speak to Mr. Hill in a breakout room, or do you want to take that deal, ma'am?
No, I want to take that deal.
Are you looking at the video, ma'am?
Ms. Glover,
Do you
talk
see
to me briefly. Ms. Glover, talk to me briefly, okay? I think it'll benefit you, okay?
Okay.
Please, ma'am, and anybody, take a few minutes to speak with the lawyer. I wouldn't be saying that to waste your time or mine, but even in any case, I'm here, and I want to make sure that everybody is serviced quickly, but I also want to make sure that everybody is fully aware, and if there's any kind of way that you can that he can help you, he's a very good lawyer. He's gonna do so. So I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Mr. Hill, your breakout room is gonna be room number 2. So I'm not gonna keep assigning you a new room. That's gonna be the room that you go into all the time. Mrs. Glover, I'm gonna put you in that room. Join that room and speak with the lawyer, please.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get back on the record for Mr. Devontae Gregory. I have Mrs. Taylor Coleman on the line, and I have Mrs. Fagan on the line. No, let me get the correct pronunciation of that, Counselor.
Yes, you did, Judge.
Okay, very well. So have we come to a resolution, or do we need a trial date, or what do we need?
No, Your Honor, we did come to a resolution. The city will dismiss all counts.
Yeah, I know, you know something? I knew that Mrs. Taylor Coleman was gonna work something out. I just knew. So, okay, let's, it's only one count anyway, right?
Yes,
He's already.
he paid the civil infractions, yeah.
Yeah, he paid civil infractions. I'll give him that. Let's go with this. How do you, let me see, D-A-V-O-N-T.
I'm gonna bring you the file now, Judge.
Your judge has really made me dependent on this JIS system. I don't see
Okay.
I can't seem to work without it, even with a file right in front of me and my clerk on printing out all the stuff that needs. I can't help myself now. Okay, back on Mr. Monte Gregory, and apparently there's been a resolution to the matters. If I know that there was a motion to, that motion is not going to be challenged by the city attorney, and for that reason, we're going to discuss the matter.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't know, well, I do know. We're going to waive any warrant fee, but we're going to hold Mr. Gregory responsible for paying the reinstatement fee. So he's come up with enough money to pay this high-priced lawyer. He could pay that $45 to get his license back. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
he just want to have a license until he comes up with that $45.
He can handle that, to be sure, immediately. And just for the record, I'm reasonably priced, but an exceptional advocate for justice.
Well, okay, and when I say that about price, I'm talking about based on your advocacy. I don't know what your price is. I'm just only imagining that I couldn't afford you because you're such a good lawyer. And usually, the higher the price, the better the advocacy, the higher the price. But in this case, you're reasonable. So that's great.
Thank you.
All right. You're very much welcome. Have a great day. Have a good day, Mr. Gregory. And if there's nothing further, you're free to leave.
Thank you, Your Honor. You guys stay.
You're not going to stay in here with us?
No.
I mean, we may now. Can you zoom in on if we probably are going to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ross does a very good job.
Yeah. Yes, I can zoom in. But I do have to check in 335 for a second.
No, okay, very well.
But I definitely can zoom in though.
Very well.
All right, and just give us a call, maybe.
All right, there you go. Okay, Mr. Hill, you and Mrs. Glover had an opportunity to speak. Ms. Glover, have you had
Yes,
an opportunity to speak?
yes,
Do you understand why I wanted you to speak with them?
yes.
Now, you want to take that deal and pay that $240 right now?
No, I want to take that deal.
Thank you, thank you. And the reason why I say that, let's see. Yeah, it's really, even if they found you guilty at trial, I'm gonna set a trial date. And I don't believe you have any license implications at all. You got a driver's license, don't you?
Yes,
It doesn't matter whether you have a driver's license because you're not being charged with a driving offense. But usually I would set a quicker court date for someone who's trying to get their license. But you are, you are in the position where you have a license. It's not going to affect your license. So I'm going to just give you our standard trial date in the future. It'll just be pending, and all you have to do is zoom in on that date, and it'll be resolved one way or another. But in the worst case scenario, I'm sure Mr. Hill went over this with you. In the worst case scenario, you'll just get the same offer you got today. So you have really nothing to lose except for another Zoom hearing and a few minutes at that.
okay,
Understood, ma'am?
yes,
I cannot express how important it is for everybody to make a relationship with a lawyer. It's just that important. And on these matters, yeah, you think it's no big deal. It's only $240, but It is, and when you get to other serious matters, you want to have that person that you trust and have a good relationship with. I know sometimes they think it's overpriced, but relationships mean a lot, right, Mr. Hill? And I'm sure that, you know, even in those difficult situations, a good lawyer, good relationship, they'll work with. So, got Mr. Hill today. You want to keep him, you might want to go back in the breakout room and say, "Hey, Mr. Hill, here's my number. Let's have it, make that relationship now." But let me go back until we get this other date for you, ma'am. Let me go to, okay. No.
Oh, I put it down, I keep forgetting.
So let me go to the iPhone here, who's muted themselves and is waiting patiently. I want to get you checked in. There's a couple more people I can get checked in now. I have Miss Goodman here.
Yes.
And Miss Goodman's not on our list. How can I help you, ma'am?
Hi, good morning. I'm calling because I had a scheduled appointment last weekend.
And you missed.
Yes, because we ended up rescheduling our date and I got my dates confused.
All right.
So I thought it was this week.
I got your file, Miss Goodman. You're just gonna
Okay.
you're gonna have to wait in line and be one of those last ones. And luckily, it's not that many people today. So.
Okay, thank you.
Please, and then on the iPhone, was that you on the iPhone? No, who's on the iPhone?
I'm on the
Miracle
iPhone.
Gilmore. Oh.
What about
No,
what about Glover?
Glover?
Dewan Glover.
Okay. Yeah, I have you already checked in. Who's on the iPhone that just spoke?
Miracle
Nicole
Gilmore.
Goodman.
No, not you, Mrs. Goodman. You got your name on yours. I'm looking at the ones that don't have a name. Say that again, ma'am.
Miracle Gilmore.
Gilmore, I have you. Okay. Are you any relation to Christopher Gilmore?
No.
Okay. All right. And then I have an LG Stylo 5. Who's got the LG Stylo 5 that just made some ruffling noise?
It's Michael Griffiths.
Michael who?
Griffiths, Griffis. I'm not sure. It's been several months since I had my ticket, so I'm kind of confused on what time my court date was today.
Griffis.
This is over a traffic violation from like 4 months ago or 3 months ago.
This is Mike, your first name?
Yes.
All right, we'll get to you as well. Please mute yourself. All right. Back to Mrs. Glover.
Yes.
Oh, yes. It's gonna be, the trial date is gonna be October 7th.
October the 7th, ma'am, 2021 at 9 a.m. this time.
Okay.
October 7th, 2021, 9 a.m. If it's nothing further, ma'am, you have a very good day, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gardner. Oh my goodness, I got a book here. Mr. Gardner. Mr. Gardner, do you want your case to be called?
Take yourself off mute, Mr. Gardner.
All right, very well. He doesn't know how to operate his device. So we're gonna go to the next person. And that would be Dewan Glover.
What's up?
Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, he's ready now.
Good morning.
Mr. Gardner. All right, let's go back to good morning, Mr. Gardner. Let's call the city of Detroit versus Giovanni Roger Gardner, case number U596092221.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, my bad. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right.
This is my first time.
Okay, then we have, what do we have? We have, oh, here we go. Case number 162-11672, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number Z795773. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Hill on behalf of Mr. Gardner.
Okay. So based on the nature of this charge, I'm not going to even.
What just happened?
Judge, all I see is a U ticket here for.
Yeah, but these other 4 tickets are in warrant status. He's got the typical 3 thing of 2016 tickets of no operator's license, untitled, unregistered, and improper plates. And he has a city OWVI city.
Have they been adjudicated, Judge, or are they still they're unadjudicated?
They're in warrants that, let's see. I don't believe they've been adjudicated. Yeah, they have been adjudicated. They have been adjudicated.
Did he get to sentencing? Is it a violation of probation? Does it say that in the ROA, Judge?
I'm going through that right now. Well, it appears that this case goes all the way back to 2010. And it appears really that I don't see that Mr. Gardner was ever fined on this case. I don't know how this case ended up closed. I do see that Mr. Gardner was pled guilty to the case on 10/18/2010, ordered for substance abuse evaluation signed. He was scheduled for sentencing on 12/20/2010. And I don't believe that he was ever sentenced. He never showed back up, according to this.
Judge, if that's the case, can we do this? Can we set the matter for sentencing? He's probably going to have to get re-referred to the probation department. And whatever outstanding matters that are unadjudicated, if we could set those for a trial date, that way we can kind of wrap everything all at once, because I'm assuming they don't have things have changed since obviously 2010. I'm assuming the probation department will want to speak to Mr. Gardner again.
Yes, I'm assuming so. And so that, do you understand what your attorney is asking us to do today, sir?
What am I supposed to do?
You got, first of all, you have this case that brings you in today, this disorderly conduct case. That's what's on the docket. But you also have 4 outstanding matters. Let me see if those have been adjudicated as well. No, those cases have not been adjudicated. Yeah, but untitled back in, all these are 2016. It seems like it happened in the same occurrence. Untitled, no ops, and improper plates that you never took care of. And then you have that OWVI that you pled to back in 2010 that you never.
I thought it got dismissed.
No, it didn't get dismissed, sir. That it didn't do. You pled guilty to it.
I don't know.
So, what your attorney has asked was for us to set a sentencing date for this matter. I'm going to have to refer you back to probation because there were some conditions in there, or at least one condition that I saw for you to get a substance abuse evaluation, and that was never done. Now, I don't know what happened or where this matter went from there, but I'm going to refer you back to probation. We'll set another sentencing date, and on the same date, we'll deal with the other tickets that you have outstanding, and by way of setting a trial date. If you want to speak to the lawyer in a breakout room, I can definitely assign you that, and he can further instruct you on his thinking on this. But if you want to do that, we can do that. But you're gonna have to.
When you set up the dates, is it gonna come to my house? I mean, I'm gonna be able to know when I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, we're gonna get you to the proper people. You want to speak to the lawyer, sir?
I mean, I guess I don't know how to. I mean, how you supposed to do it?
I'll talk to him, Judge. I'll go into the breakout rooms. If you can just send him to breakout room 2, Judge, I'll talk to him.
I mean, because I don't know what I'm doing. I mean,
I'll talk to Mr. Gardner. Give me a second.
All right, so Mr. Gardner, you're going to be assigned to room 2. Just hit that button. You see that prompt where it says join the room. Just make sure when you're done, you hit leave the room so you can come back into the main room. Okay, leave the breakout room. All right. All right, let's go with Mr. DeJuan Glover.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Glover.
How are you?
Very well. This is the city of Detroit versus DeJuan Anthony Glover, case number SP 115-60501. Mr. Glover you have a driving while license suspended. I guess I can probably answer this question myself without giving you a chance to. Do you have a license now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Run his license, please. Okay. I was going to say no.
I do, and see, I got those tickets like during the pandemic when I was unemployed and all that. I'm employed now, and my license is valid. You know, I didn't even know it was suspended when they gave it to me, and I went and paid everything, made sure everything was valid. So, you know, that's when things were bad back in 2020. But you know,
well, I always say less is more, because you just admitted to having a suspended license when you were doing that. But If your license is good now, we're gonna keep it that way and we're gonna dismiss this case. If it's
I
not good,
appreciate it.
if it's not good, then you're gonna have to eat something.
No, it is good.
Well, we'll see. Mr. Hill, we have Mr. Glover here, and Mr. Glover has just one count of driving while license suspended. I made an offer to him that if his license is good now, we'll dismiss this case. And he won, even though he's got pages of driving that, not funny, sir.
Not at all.
You just got your license in 2004, which is what, 17 years ago almost, and you probably have about 17 pages of driving infractions. Exactly 17 pages of driving infractions.
Morning, Honor. I was taking care of some things, so I had not come cover, but are you good for right now?
Yeah, we seem to be pretty good.
I have, I think 3 trials in Judge Blount, but either way, just let me know, and I'll be here.
All right, sure.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Yeah, just let me know, guys.
You see if Linda's here.
Pardon me.
Sorry, Judge. I thought it was on mute. I apologize.
Who's that on the iPhone that's got their hand raised? Good morning, sir.
Yeah, someone knows that I have court today.
What's your name?
Emmanuel Sean Grayson.
Emmanuel.
Yes.
What's the last name?
Grayson, Grayson.
Check. Grayson. I'm just going over this horrible driving record.
Mr. Grayson, what is your first name again?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, okay.
Please mute yourself. Who's on that iPhone that just signed in?
Deion Lattimore. Mm.
Is that Deon?
Yes, sir.
Lattimore?
Yes.
Mute your phone, sir.
Mute my phone.
Yes, please. Go to the bottom right of the Zoom and hit mute on the audio there. All right. All right, I'm not gonna waste any more time with this. Mr. Glover, you got the benefit today. Had I seen the driving record before I offered you that, I wouldn't have agreed to that. But I'm gonna dismiss the matter. You have a valid license now. But if you don't clear your act up, then you're not gonna keep that license for too much longer again. So the case is gonna be dismissed, and if you come back in here, Mr. Glover, it's not gonna be so favorable for you unless you go to trial and win.
Thank you.
All right, have a great day. Be safe. Slow down.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Giles, Raven.
Yes,
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning.
This is the city of Detroit. This is the city of Detroit versus Raven, Loletta, Giles, case 217260571. Ms. Giles, let me ask you this, ma'am. Do you have insurance now?
Yes,
Can you show us proof of that?
yes. You want me to show you right now?
Can you email it to me?
Okay.
I'm gonna put my email address in the chat for everyone to see. Email me that proof of insurance, please. That the mail that you got?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
anything to do with it?
The,
That mail that you got downstairs?
oh, no, it's appearances. They're just filed appearances. You too.
All right. Where are we with Mr. Is Mr. Gardner is here still?
Grayson?
No, you know, I think he's in the breakout room. Let me go get him.
Please do. Let's get Mr. Gardner and get him, over to probation.
Okay.
While we're waiting on Mrs. Giles to. Oh, that's Grayson.
Yeah, he's got a lot of different dates and different things coming
We don't have a,
in. I can't find his file. I'm looking at different dates and there another clerk put that date in there, so I don't know if she still has it or not.
what's today's date? Okay. We're back on the record with Mr. Gardner, Giovanni, Roger Gardner. Mr. Gardner, do you understand what's going on now, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so what do we need to do? Get him the sentencing date and get him over to probation?
Yes, sir.
And then they can set some of the terms and conditions. One of the terms and conditions are going to be to do the evaluation that he was scheduled to do.
What's the evaluation?
Mr. Gardner, you and I spoke. The probation department's going to contact you. They're going to ask you some questions. That's the evaluation, okay?
Oh, all right. Oh, okay.
You know, he's got other cases. He's got another case here as well. That's under GIOVANNI. This is the city of Detroit versus Giovanni, GIOVANNI, Roger Gardner, case number 173929881. That's a no-ops case as well from back in 2017. I keep looking.
What was the charge on that one?
Pardon me?
What was the charge on that one?
That one's a no-ops as well. I guess if I keep looking, I might keep finding different stuff on Mr. Gardner. Good. All right, so, well, we're at least gonna try to consolidate all of these. We're not gonna try, we're gonna consolidate all these cases to, so that, and then I saw spelling of his name with the O on the ticket. Let me just try that and make sure, a BB. Let's see if that comes up. That comes up as well. So this is probably the same matter. That's the same matter. Okay, so you were required to submit to a substance abuse evaluation.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, hold on, sir.
Okay.
Back in 2010, which was never done. I see you're still driving, sir. So what I want to do is I want to have at least 2 random alcohol tests. Between now and the time of sentencing. You got that too?
Yes, sir.
And we're going to put you on a $500 personal bond. So that's gonna be in effect. And then let's get a order of pre-sentence investigation report as well. So based on that, that means they're gonna, you're gonna have to contact probation. You have an ink pen, sir?
Hold on. I got one somewhere, but I'll figure it out.
That means you're gonna have to contact probation, or probation is gonna contact him. I need a good telephone number for you, sir.
And you want me, what you want to write now?
If you don't want to put it all in public, you can put it in the chat.
I don't care. I mean, it don't matter.
All right, what is it?
313
Uh-huh.
646 3814.
Okay, so what that means is you're gonna be talking to probation. I do realize that this is an old matter, but we got to get it cleared up anyway. And that's gonna be, you're gonna be asked a battery of questions, sir. And based on the answers to that questions, and based on your criminal history, a report is going to be generated so I can have everything in front of me, so I can make an informed, so I can be informed about everything and what's going on before I hand down the sentence. And again, at that time, we will get the other matters resolved. So based on that, let's set a sentencing date for, how long should we say now?
I'm thinking they at least need 30, they might, I don't know how bad they are. Maybe
45 days.
45, but I don't have to take 45. I can find out.
Let's see, today is the 29th. So we give them 45 days, we can say either September 9th or the September 16th. You want to look at the calendar and see what's going on there.
Night 32 cases in the morning.
Do I still got warrants?
No, we're gonna clear all that up now, sir.
I think
You have them, but we'll clear all that up. Let's do that right now.
the night.
The 9th. All right. And then we'll set a trial date, sentencing date and trial date on the same day. On September 9th, 2021 at 9 a.m. All right, we're gonna recall any warrants. We're gonna enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and we are gonna give you a $500 personal bond. Mr. Gardner, it's best that you come with some money on that day of September 9th.
How much?
I don't know, you know, I would say at least $1,000.
All right,
you know, so you got 45 days to do so. You got that ink pen, sir?
Yeah, hold on. What else will I be writing down?
Here, I can put it in the chat if you know. If
I don't
you
know
can,
nothing about that. Hold on. I don't know nothing about that. Hold on. Let me figure it out. I like the pen and paper stuff. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Just out of my ballpark, sir.
All right.
Wait. What I'm writing now? I'm ready.
Just the number to probation, 313-965-3414.
Wait, 965, what, 34?
3414.
3414.
Yep, 965-3414. Give them a call later on today.
And say what?
You just tell me your name and then they're gonna be waiting on your call, right? Or do they wanna call him? Are they gonna call
They
him?
call me.
Yeah, they usually reach out to.
They call me.
Okay.
Send them the referral.
Okay, great. They got your number. They should call you, but if you don't hear from them in the next couple of days, then you need to take the step and call, all right?
What's the next couple of days? Like what? 3 days? 2 days? What? Wait.
Yeah, whenever. They should call
Wait,
you
so
by.
they'll call me. If they'll call me before Monday, call them Tuesday.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
But they should call you.
All right, I figured out. I mean, like I said, I ain't gonna say I'm new to this, but yeah, I'm new to this. This arrangement.
You new to this Zoom.
Huh?
You used to coming in person. You new to this Zoom.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't used to this. I ain't used to this technology. I don't even.
All right.
Yeah, I don't even be on phones and stuff like that.
You're doing all right. All right, Mr. Gardner. If you don't have any further questions, sir, then we will see you back here on September 9th at 9 a.m. and we'll get this matters cleared up.
Yeah, thank you, man. It sounds like you're trying to make my life better.
We're gonna try to. You gotta do your part, but we're gonna do our part.
I got you.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Thanks for helping me.
All right, no problem. Okay, let's go to Miracle Gilman. Well, what happened to, wait a minute, Giles?
Is he up in?
I sent the email to you.
You did? Let's see that. It's starting to look authentic. Let's see if it's authentic. Let's see here. I'm not opening it up. What?
It wouldn't let me send you like just the one car that's insured, so I had to send you all 3 of them.
That's fine, but you driving this 2019?
No, I got the 2015 on file.
No, I was about to say.
So it's a 2019, a 2020 Corvette, the 2015 200, and then the 2021 Dodge Ram. But I was in the 200 that night.
She got all kind of vehicles. She's got the utility truck, the sports car, and the sedan, just for the family, huh? I need to be over there. Okay, I see. Okay. Based on that, ma'am, you're going to get a break today. I realize these tickets were had during the pandemic. I don't know if there's much of a reason why you would not have any insurance.
I had insurance at the time of the ticket. I just didn't have the actual printout in the car.
There we go. There we go. I usually don't like for people to say anything without the having to speak to counsel, but you said the right thing today. It wasn't going to matter. I was going to dismiss it anyway because you do have proof of insurance now, and that's the overriding thing that we're looking for. And you only have one matter, ma'am. So I was going to pull your driving record, but I'm not going to do that with that access to that 2019 Corvette.
I don't have no tickets.
I might change my mind on that, but this matter is going to be dismissed, ma'am. And if you don't have any further questions, then you're going to be free to leave.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
So.
Okay, that takes care of that. Now, Miracle Gilmer.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Mrs. Where are you?
Give me 1 second. Do you see me?
No. Oh, Oh, I see you now. I do.
Hi, how you doing?
Very well. How about yourself, man?
Good.
What am I gonna see when I pull up your name?
Not nothing major.
All right, let's see. Uh-oh. That's pretty major. Listen, man, this is the city of Detroit versus Miracle Latrice Gilmer, case number SP111-62891. Ma'am, you have one matter, but you got 3 other matters that go along with this case.
Okay.
And really the disturbing part about it is, first of all, and I can't stress this anymore, and I'm sure Mr. Hill will concur with me, when you get tickets, it's just so super important, instead of just paying the tickets, to come to court and let and deal with it, use the system to the fullest extent and to your advantage, because what you've done is while you're trying to be proactive and get this stuff taken care of, and I'm gonna give you a break for that, you don't give yourself a break because you signed up for 4 points on your driver's license when you paid that 16 to 20 over ticket. And that's gonna cost you in the end.
Okay.
Plus, I don't know, maybe your counselor, he's astute enough to see what he can do to try to get that turned around for you. I'll put you in a breakout with him. But you're also doing 52 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. So what it tells me is, I mean, unless there's some sort of emergency that you were trying to get to, it tells me is that you're one of those drivers that your business is more important than everybody else's, or you just have a lead foot and you just have a tendency to pull a driving record, please. Let's see what that tells me.
Judge, I believe, is this the one that it's Officer Willie Robinson, I think is the officer that gave her the ticket?
And I know Willie Robinson, and let's see. You know Willie Robinson too. And Willie Robinson, from my experience with him practicing as a lawyer and here on the bench for the limited time I've been here, but as a lawyer, he's not just writing tickets for nothing. Now, I'm not saying you did do this. Well, you said you did it already because you paid the fine. Am I right, counselor?
Yeah, so she paid the civil infraction already, Judge?
She paid 3 civil infractions. And then she has this, she wasn't supposed to, well, let me stop myself. I don't like to jump the gun, but the charge was, the misdemeanor charge is violation of a restricted license. So it already tells me that her license is restricted. So I don't know if she was going to work at that time or what, but obviously Mr. Robinson didn't believe whatever story she told.
Judge, is there a city attorney? Is there a city attorney in the courtroom right now or no?
No. We can get
one more in a breakout room.
Yeah, we can get a city attorney down here. Let me see. She doesn't have a license. And what I'm gonna really say is, you don't have a bad driving record. I don't know what the restriction was all about. I'm gonna let you speak with the city attorney. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you
Okay.
speak with the House Counsel so you can talk about this.
Okay.
What it seems like is this matter has suspended your license. But I'm gonna give you an opportunity to speak with him, and then I'm gonna give him an opportunity to speak with the city attorney, and you got a good lawyer, so I'm sure it's something that he's gonna be able to, maybe he's possibly able to do. All right. Let's move on to Mr. Devontae Gamble.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Where are you, sir?
I'm here.
All right. It's Deontay Gamble, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Gamble. You as well. Let me see when this, oh, that's way back when. That's way back when. So, Mr. Gamble, let me ask you this. Do you have insurance at this time, sir?
Yes.
Can you provide proof of that insurance?
Yes, I can send you the digital information.
All right, you got my email, right?
I think it's in the chat, right?
Yeah, I don't see why you didn't get that together a long time ago. You could have got you gone.
Yeah, I tried to, but I didn't get any information from anyone, so I just kind of waited on the court date when I was trying to get the information in.
No, I'm talking about today. You heard me. You heard me
Oh,
say.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I was just waiting my turn, really.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get this. I sent the information in the chat.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you.
Send that to me.
Okay.
All right, what, Mr. Can we get the city attorney? I imagine you want to speak to the city attorney, Mr. Hill?
Judge, what I'm going to ask is, before we do that, would the court, if upon stipulation with the city, if they agree to set aside my client's pleas to the civil infractions, would the court accept another offer?
I've been waiting, you know, I have to, Mrs. Gilmer, sometimes, you know, maybe I shouldn't, and I shouldn't be saying this, but sometimes I have to try to lead an attorney down that direction, and I just wait on Mr. To attorney just to ask me that. And Mr. Hill, I didn't have to say anything. He just knows what to do, and his colleague knows what to do as well, and Mr. Potts. And I just appreciate that. That just, you know, good lawyering, it's just a good thing, and it helps everybody, and it helps the system. So, thank you. The court will entertain that, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I think that's the reason she has a permit. When she paid those tickets, she automatically got suspended. So I'll wait for the city attorney, and then we'll see what we can do.
Because that would be violation of a restricted driving thing, going 16 over, even if you were going to work, or if you were operating in other regards inside that restriction, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Mr. Hill?
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to, we're gonna get the city attorney on the line, ma'am. You gotta mute yourself until that happens, and I'm sure you don't mind waiting. Let me see if Mr. Gamble is gonna send me some fake insurance. Let's see here. All right, it looks pretty good, sir.
Okay.
All right, you know I'm just joking with you, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Let's go here. This is the city of Detroit versus Deontay Damon Gamble, case number SP 115666431. Mr. Gamble, you have provided me valid documentation. Based on that, I'm going to dismiss the matter. And if there's nothing further, sir, I'm sure you don't object to that. You're free to leave, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Have a great day. Be safe out there, sir.
You too. Yes, sir.
Who's got the iPhone with their hand up?
Emmanuel Grayson.
Oh, yeah. You signed off and got back on?
Yes.
All right, let's go with let's go with Nicole Goodwin. Who's got the A10E that signed in all late?
Nicole Goodman.
No, not you, Ms. Goodman. Who's got the A10E that just signed in? Sir, on the bottom of the screen.
Dwayne Garner.
And you're late, sir.
Yeah, I had just, I didn't have a scheduled court date today. My daughter was telling me about a program that you all had. And, you know, I had a warrant actually about a year ago. I had paid a bond for the warrant to be lifted along with some other tickets. And I was just hoping to be able to get them resolved.
That's me opening my big mouth. Spell your first name for me, sir?
Thank you. D-W-A-Y-N-E.
And your last name?
G-A-R-N-E-R.
All right, we're gonna look that up. Okay, let's go to Mrs. Goodman.
Yes, hello.
All right. And I think Mrs. Goodman did not have a court date today as well. All right, let's go. No reduced plea offer. What did say Mrs. Goodman's done? Okay. All right, let's go here and let's see. And we'll hear your situation, Ms. Goodman, or at least.
Okay.
All right. Here we are. All right, so this is the city of Detroit versus Nicole Denise Goodman, case number SP 7941661. Mrs. Goodman, you're in love as well today. Everybody is seeming to want to come in and clear their matters up and finally get a driver's license, right? Where are you, Ms. Goodman?
I'm at home.
I don't see you.
I can't, it won't let me do it. Every time I press start video, it's a circle and that's it. It won't let me start my video.
Listen, I don't buy that. I just don't buy it.
Okay, I can try it again. I'm at home, not doing anything. Hold on 1 second.
Because I talked to a young lady the other day and she told me the same thing. And you kind of you made a little bit more simple and compelling argument why it didn't work, but you gave kind of a reason. And for her, I didn't buy it. And I thought about it. I'm like, well, I'm sure if you were TikToking or Instagramming or you know, doing your social media thing, you could get that video to work. But sometimes people are sitting at home. You told me you're sitting at home, and you know, the one young lady, I told her to turn her video on, and then she finally did after she gave me that, and she had a bonnet on her head. I told her to remove the bonnet. She says,
Oh, yeah,
I don't think I can do that, Judge. And I told her it's not your face to tell me whether you can do it or not. So,
oh yes, sir. I'm up.
You're up?
Yes, I'm up. I don't have a bonnet on or anything. I'm up.
Sorry. Listen. Let's see. Ms. Goodman,
yes.
Based on the fact there's an offer in the file here to plead as charged, but since I see that you paid all the civil infractions that are related to this matter, I'm going to dismiss the case.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Dismiss related civil infractions. Ms. Goodman, I'm also going to waive the warrant fee, but you're going to have to be responsible to pay the reinstatement fee.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm not going to get into any more about the video thing. I just don't believe it. But I'm not going to waste any time. Nothing further, Ms. Goodman. You're free to leave. Your case is dismissed. You're going to owe a $45 reinstatement fee before you can get clearance here down in the 36th District Court. So, just to let
Okay,
you
you
know.
said I had to come down and get a clearance from you guys?
You know, you have to pay a $45. You don't have to come down. You can pay it online. You can pay it any DIV kiosk, and of course, you can come down and pay that $45 fee. But just keep in mind that you're not going to be able to get a license until that fee is paid.
Okay, awesome. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, have a great day.
Okay, you as well. Bye.
Oh, Michael. The city of Detroit versus Michael Stephen Griffiths, case numbers SP 1159597, counts 1, 2, and 3.
I just told you. I go to the car wash.
Brian Hill on behalf of Mr. Griffith. Mr. Griffith, say your name for the record, please. Take yourself off mute, sir. Mr. Griffiths, can you take yourself off mute, sir? Judge, was this the walk-in?
Yeah, he's supposed to be here tomorrow on an arraignment at 1:30.
Okay.
Online plea file, online plea rejected. So that's all I see in the file here. Here's the deal. We can contact us. We don't have a file for him yet. Did you have a file for Mr. Griffiths for tomorrow?
They,
at 1:30?
Yeah, they always bring them from downstairs, and they haven't even done Tuesdays yet. Let me think. Let me go downstairs and see if they have it. They didn't bring it up.
If Mr. Griffiths doesn't have.
You said for tomorrow?
Yes, for tomorrow.
Okay.
7 is at 1:30, arraignment. If Mr. Griffin doesn't, I need to know if he has a license. If he does have a license, we'll give him an improper plate so it doesn't affect his license, and we'll dismiss the civil infractions. If he doesn't have a license, we'll give him failure to display. All right, let's move on to all of these other guys, Mr. Grayson, Mr. Garner, and Mr. Lattimore are going to need to speak with Miracle Gilmer is still on the line. Why is Mrs. Gilmer still on the line? Oh, we need all the city attorney for all four of them.
Yeah, I did call them.
All right, so what we've done is we've called the city attorney. We're waiting for Latimer, for Garner, for Griffith, and for Gilmer. We're waiting on the city attorney, and but I don't think Mr. Latimer up there, is that him up in the corner up there?
This is Dwayne Garner.
No, not you, sir. Latimer, he looked like my boy Debo in Miami. He doesn't.
Yes, sir.
He's having a good time talking. I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation, sir. I said.
I didn't hear you say you had me muted. I didn't hear you call my name.
No, don't worry.
They weren't ready this morning, so I can go to see if they have Fridays. Jackson been off, so I don't know if he's.
I think we can do it without the ROA. I mean, I think we can do it without the file.
Okay.
We have the ROAs and we can print those out. Okay. But we're still gonna have to wait for a city attorney. I was just saying, Mr. Latimer, I say you don't mind. You seem like you're good and preoccupied with your time. You're having a good conversation over there. So,
speaking to a young man who had got caught with a gun, he was telling me how got dismissed and everything. He just explained to me, how God is good and everything. We just having a conversation about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got the city attorney. First of all, we have Mrs. Latimer, Mrs. Gilmer. Mrs. Gilmer, the city attorney, the House Counsel needs to speak with you regarding Mrs. Gilmer.
And then we need officers on raise your honor.
Griffiths. I'm putting those up right now.
We need officers. And she got, Madam Clerk has another one.
Yes.
Here, the manual, but should I print out all the ROAs for this? I can do that. I like the ROAs anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
And here, let me print out.
Let me just get some paper.
Mr. Grayson, I know Mr. Grayson's ROAs are gonna have us go through a ream of paper because he's got a lot of stuff.
And then just offer your honor and tell me to speak with any House Counsel or.
Well, I won't say that you don't. I'll just because I'm gonna definitely give Mr. Hill an opportunity to speak with everyone.
Absolutely. I'll get in.
Is that the city attorney that's there?
Yes.
Is there any way that the clerk could pull the ROAs for the civil infractions for Ms. Gilmore that she pled to? I'm going to be asking, and I think the court will at least entertain. I'm going to be asking. Long story short, Ms. Gilmore paid 3 civil infractions. She's on a restricted license. By paying those tickets, her restricted license was automatically suspended. So what I'm asking is, she thought she was doing the right thing by paying it, not realizing she just suspended her eligibility for another year.
Okay.
The city would consider agreeing to set aside the pleas, and if we could plead to 2 non-abstractable offenses and dismiss the rest, she keeps her eligibility, she keeps her permit, and she can take the test. That's what I'm asking for, but I'll defer to you if you're able to do that.
Yeah, I just want to see, I guess, what's open right now, because I guess the civil infractions are closed, correct?
Closed, yeah, she paid them. We're gonna set them aside.
Yeah, just let me see what she has, look it over, and I'm more than willing to, make sure she gets her, keeps her license in good standing, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll have to close, just whatever's open for, I guess that's, if you don't mind, thank you.
That's all Emmanuel Grayson. Emmanuel Grayson. should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cases.
Yeah.
That's going to go through. And then I'll print out Mrs. Miracle Gilmer's.
That one, I'm printing that one out,
Okay.
the open cases here.
Print out all
All
of
of
them. Well, she paid, print out all the civil practice for it. She paid all 3 of them.
Okay. Sorry.
Mr. Latimer, I told you, you look like you got it. They say everybody has a twin. You look exactly like my man Devo in Miami.
That's a good thing or a bad thing?
No, Devo is my man. I call him my man, so.
Hello?
Uh-oh. Who's this?
Hello, this is Capri Golson.
Where? Spell the name for me.
Capri, C-A-P-R-I. Last name Golson, G-O-L-S-O-N.
What brings you here today, ma'am?
What brings me here today is I had a ticket and I had paid the bond out. Let's find my paperwork. Yeah, I'm here for a ticket, sir.
Yeah, I don't see anything, and maybe under Golston with a T. So far,
Golson, G-O-L-S-O-N.
I got that, but it's not under there.
Oh, or it might be driving without license then.
No, it's gonna be under your name. You know what you were
Nothing under
doing.
my right. I know what I was doing, sir. So I know it's about a ticket. And it's about driving with. Say that one more time, sir.
Is it in the 36th District Court, ma'am, or is it in some other court?
Is it 36? Oh wow, I didn't call it the wrong court. No, this is Rochester.
Yeah, this is Detroit all day. You don't have anything in Detroit, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's Rochester. Right. Okay, sir. I'll call back.
Have a great day.
You have to call that.
Yeah, you have to call that.
Unless you have.
Here's another one up here, Mr. Grayson, when you get a chance. Mr. Griffiths, are you still there? do is kick him out the room and see if he comes back. He called in and he's scheduled for, what did I say, tomorrow afternoon? I'm gonna put Mr. Griffiths out. Maybe that'll do something. And he'll zoom back in.
I amended, I just have to take some time just to see what was right, but the reason I did this, the ones that are on the side of the one that are over, the ones that are gonna be behind this are the state.
So the ones that are behind the state.
The ones that I don't have authorization to do, the other ones I do.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, well, I actually have been in scheduled for court for 4 months.
All right, Mr. Griffiths, you're gonna have to mute your phone now. We asked you, hello, well, let me see this. We asked you, did you have any, are you smoking, sir?
I'm sorry, sir. I just, I can mute myself. I was also doing an assessment with probation on Zoom. I apologize. I was speaking to probation while I was waiting for you.
Do you have a, so listen, this is, you're in court, you signed in, you want us to pull your file, sir. So
Yes, sir.
do not hold up our court again. I don't care for what reason, because you asked us to come in and we were trying to grant you the opportunity to come in early because your court date is not till tomorrow afternoon. But let me ask you this, we've been trying to ask you, do you have a valid driver's license now, sir?
No, sir. I cannot get the driver's license for another 2 years because I'm not a Michigan resident. I'm not understanding exactly how that works.
Very well. You can mute yourself now, sir. All right. Mr. Garner.
Your Honor, do you mind if I just ask Ryan,
No.
Attorney Hill, just one quick question? Hey, Attorney Hill, so the ones I have open for Gilmore, I have the no proof of insurance, which is a state charge, and a violation of a restricted license, which is a state charge. The other one I do, it's no valid registration certificate, but then we do have one civil infraction, and these are all civil infractions, it looks like, except for the one violation of restricted license. The speeding 16 to 20 miles per hour over posted speed. So it looks like she didn't take care of that one, correct?
I thought she paid that.
She did?
It's paid. All of them, that's what the issue.
Okay.
is.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay.
Paid it, she automatically signed up for points.
So I guess the only one we're worried about right now is the violation of restricted license.
Here's the situation. We've got to deal with the violation of restricted license. There's no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, Mr. Hill is trying to say, worst of all, Mrs. Gilmer from signing up for 4 points because she didn't have the benefit of counsel at the time.
Right.
To pay the ticket. She was trying to be proactive.
Right.
She paid a ticket, she automatic, so she didn't realize that.
Okay.
Secondly, with that speeding ticket, if I'm correct, Mr. Hill, what we talked about, with that speeding ticket, it automatically, since she paid that ticket, she signed up, it automatically triggered the violation of the restricted license, basically the suspension.
I see. Okay.
So she's got a couple of layers of things going on, correct, Mr. Hill?
That's exactly right.
So I guess we want to kind of reduce the point she was given for what she paid.
What I was trying to do is, just because it's not abstractable, if we could amend 2 of the civil infractions once they're set aside, the pleas, and do 2 impedings, and pursuant to the memorandum of understanding, maybe dismiss the remaining matters, that would allow her to get reinstated once it's abstracted to the Secretary of State. That's in a world, that's what I'd be asking for.
Right, and then the 52 to 35, I've just never done blockading for a 52, for what, a 16 to 20 mile
So
over.
what generally goes on here is that for that type of speed, then our Mr. Goss wants Mrs. Gilmore or whoever is going that miles per hour over to take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. And then at that point, he makes a decision on what she brings substantively. Are you there, Mrs. Gilmer?
Yes, I'm here.
You understand? Are you hearing everything we're saying?
Yes, I do.
So what she brings substantively, so basically that Michigan Defensive Driving course is an 8-hour course. It's a 14 quizzes and 1 test. And when you have a speeding of this nature, our city attorney wants you to take that course. That's totally up to you, but if you want to offer, you take that course. And what you bring back to the court substantively on that day, meaning what you learn, the more substance you bring, the better the offer gets. And I haven't, and I have seen Mr. DeGoss bring, when somebody really brings a substantive information to the court about what they've learned and basically teaching the rest of the people on that day about what they've learned, then I've seen him offer a blockading traffic in that matter.
So Judge, you think it would be prudent just to procedurally, why don't we set it by stipulation, set aside the ones that were paid the civil infractions and set it for another pretrial and then allow my client to take the course? And then the city will be in a better position to figure out if they want to offer the blockading. Is that a good way to do it?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And then I guess try to deal with the violation of restricted license that was triggered because of the payments, which we do appreciate you paying your fines, Ms. Gilmore. We do. It's one of those things we'd like to see the class before we do make an offer on such a speed.
And we already talked about it before you got here, Mr. Rosenthal. I don't appreciate and the excessive speed. I do appreciate that her driving record is not, I don't even know, maybe she didn't even have a driver's license. Are you driving without a permit, with just a permit or something?
That's what she was
Yeah,
doing.
I just had the permit.
And then there it is, you're driving with, you don't even have a driver's license, you're driving with a permit and you're doing 16 to 20 over allegedly. And so based on that, what you just now getting, well, I won't even say getting on the road, but you've probably been driving a long time ago. But based on you going through the process of getting a license and you getting these tickets, then we want to try to get you before you get like Mr. Garner or Mr. Lattimore or Mr. Grayson, where it just ticket after ticket after ticket after ticket. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to take that course, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, please. And then I left the SOS.
Can you put your appearance on the
Yes.
record, please? Put your appearance on the record for this. Are we on the record? We called the cases of Mr. and Mrs. Miracle Gilmore. Is that correct, Madam Court Reporter?
Yes, sir. Her cases have been called.
You just need my appearance, Your Honor.
So put your appearance on the record, Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Hill on behalf of Ms. Gilmore. Ms. Gilmore, state your name.
Miracle Gilmore.
Judge, what I'm asking the court to do in these matters, I think by stipulation from the city, and that any civil infractions that my client's already paid, they be set aside. Those matters be set for an additional date, pretrial date. And I believe my client's going to be taking the defensive driving course. And at that point, I think the city's indicated they'd be in a better position to make a reasonable offer.
Okay. And can you put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Matthew Rosenthal for the People, P84807. Yeah, the People moved that the defendant takes the Michigan driving defensive course, and at that time, when she comes back to court with the certificate, we would be more inclined to give her an offer that would better reflect her driving record.
Any opposition to setting aside the responsible pleas on at least the civil infraction of speeding 20 to 16 to 20 over? And let me ask you this. Well, let me see. If the other ones need to be set aside as well, for the purposes of driving, I'm looking at a no insurance ticket, which I think is 3,500, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we have registration or plate, so that's non-abstractable for that. Okay, so we don't have to necessarily worry about that. Let's go to the no proof of insurance. $3,100. I should have these memorized by now. That is abstractable. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the violation, the no proof of insurance. But that is abstractable, and no registration is not abstractable. On the motion to set aside the responsible pleas, the reason why we're here and doing this is to see to it that the Secretary of State does not punish her automatically for driving outside the restriction. And I don't know if that's part of the restriction.
It will, if it's a moving violation, which I think the Secretary of State will determine no proof. If it abstracts, I think it will give her that suspension for another year. I don't think you can do anything when you're on that permit status. So I would ask, leave the registration. My client will pay that. And if we could set aside the speeding and the insurance, that would make me feel a little bit better going into the next hearing.
Any objection to setting aside those two matters, Counselor, so she can relitigate that based on the fact that she wasn't, did not have counsel at the time that she paid these matters?
There's no objection, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, I'm going to grant that motion, Counselor, based on what I just stated for both of those. I'm going to give Ms. Gilmer, did you get in the chat the course?
Give me a second. Yes, I received it.
Okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity to take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. I'm going to give you 30 days to do that.
Okay.
You don't have a license now, so what I will say for you is I'm going to allow you to Zoom back in whenever you finish that course, so that we can get this done sooner rather than later. But I'm at least going to give you till August 21st, 2021. We're going to leave the no valid insurance certificate as it is. You've already paid that. So we'll be back here to deal with the violation of a restricted license, and we'll be back here to deal with the no proof of insurance and the no valid and the speeding matter. You've heard my lecture on speeding, ma'am. You don't even have a driver's license yet. So I won't even get into the fact that did you have somebody with a valid driver's license, whether you were riding in the car by yourself or not, but you're already getting a break. Your lawyer has done a tremendous job in making those arguments for you, and the city attorney is gracious enough to not contest that motion that he made. So do yourself a favor. You're a young lady. Do yourself a favor and start. Well, you're not even supposed to be driving, so do yourself a favor. Don't even get behind the wheel until you get this stuff taken care of.
Okay.
Okay. Come back when you get done with that Michigan defensive driving course. Zoom in at 8:30 a.m. Anytime between now and or at the latest August 28th. That's when you're supposed to be back, August 28th at 8:30 a.m. But if you zoom in anytime before that, then we will pull your file, bring some substance to that to the court on what you learned. Make sure that you give yourself a fighting chance to get some of these points done. I mean, you're automatically going to get a better deal than 16 to 20 over, but I would like to see you get no points because you've done such a good job on what you brought to the court. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any further questions, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, now let me deal with these old guys that's been on the road for years just tearing it up. You know what I'm saying? Don't get like them, all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Let's go with Mr. Garner. Mr. Garner, you there?
Hi, good morning. Yes, sir.
Your daughter told you to come on in, didn't she?
She did, yes.
Man, man, you know something? Usually I'm saying thank the parents for. Well, I'm gonna thank you for raising such a good daughter. But usually the parents are the ones that's telling their kids to come in, and she's doing the opposite.
Well,
So I know
I've
she's
been dealing with a lot of business.
Huh?
Yeah, she's a good daughter. Been dealing with a lot of business stress, just not working, and trying to get my life back together and get my license. But she was the one with the turban.
Right. She's the one that said, "Hey, Dad, listen, I need to get you straight, And Judge Perkins is gonna give you an opportunity to get straight, but you got to come correct with him." I know she told you that
yes,
too,
sir.
right?
Yes.
All right. So I got one. All right. Here's the deal, Mr. Garner. I am not going to all right, I am going to do it. And I'm only doing this for your daughter, so thank her and make sure that you treat her to a nice dinner or something. Because I don't usually do this.
Yes, indeed, I will.
But
thank you.
This is let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Dwayne Edward Garner, case number SP 109-1444, counts 1, 2, and 3, which 2 of those counts are civil infractions that are in default. So you know what to do with those. Those were happened during the pandemic. So SP 1130755 counts 1 and counts 2, which are in warrant status, and SP 1134284 counts 1, 2, and 3, which are in warrant status. And then I have 184959441, which is in warrant status, and I have 184959544. Strike that, 184959451, which is in default. And then I have 195097901. I believe that should cover everything. Let me count this up.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Hill, on behalf of Mr. Gardner. Mr. Gardner, state your name.
Dwayne.
Judge, I guess the first thing I would do is make a motion to set aside the defaulted civil infractions if they were during the pandemic and remove any warrants the court indicated in the record.
All right. Motion is granted to set aside the defaults that were in during the pandemic, I routinely grant that motion. I understand that hopefully we're in a once in a lifetime situation there. It seems like it's not trying to go away anytime soon, but I'll grant that. We do have one that's in default all the way back to 2018, and that's the one I really don't like doing because Mr. Garner has just failed to take care of the matters and address them. I understand he indicated that off the record that he had some things going on in his life. And quite frankly, everybody does, Mr. Garner. That's still no reason to neglect these things. But because his daughter, what's your daughter's name, Mr. Garner?
Micaiah Garner.
Because he's done a great job in raising his daughter, and his daughter was mature enough to tell her dad to call in and take care of these matters. I'm going to set aside that default as well. And so based on that, defaults are set aside. We'll recall the warrants, and we will enter a not guilty plea on his behalf with those. So, Mr. Gardner, here's the situation. You got 11 matters going on. The city attorney has an offer here for you to plead to 3 of them and dismiss the other 8. Two of them are going to be misdemeanors, and the other one is going to be a responsible plea, a civil infraction. And he's going to amend that civil infraction. It was 11 to 15 over. I don't know how many points that's going to get you, but it's amended to 1 to 5 limited access, which is not going to give you any points, but it is going to abstract to the Secretary of State.
I believe 11 to 15, Your Honor, is 2. I might be mistaken, it could be 3, but I believe it's 2.
11 to 15 is 2 points. So he's willing to, oh no, that would be a limited access 11 to 15.
Okay, so that's probably 3 points now.
No, 11 to 15 is, well, that's during a construction zone. Yeah, I think it might be 3 points, but anyway, okay, here we go. Yes, 11 to 15 is 3 points, and he's willing to amend that to a limited access 1 to 5, which is 0 points. However, it does abstract. And then the other 2 cases, which would be SP 109-1444, count 1. Am I understanding that you're willing to give this a failure to display on this?
Correct, Your Honor.
That'll be amended to a failure to display, and then the other 19 case will be amended to an improper place. So what you have there is you have 1 failure to display that's abstractable, but it's 0 points as a misdemeanor. Then you have another misdemeanor that's non-abstractable. They're going to be $240 for each misdemeanor and $125 for the limited access. So
okay,
total today.
You said that total, Your Honor, is how much again?
The total today would be 605.
605.
And then you're going to have a number, and that's going to be what the concern of the court is today. Then you're going to have a number. I'm going to waive the warrant fees, and you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reinstatement fees. It's $225. It's $830. So All I'm gonna be concerned with is the 605 today. The other monies, the 225 in warrant fees, in reinstatement fees, you're gonna be able to pay those off in you don't ever have to pay them off, but you won't ever get a driver's license, but the amount will never go up. But all I'm concerned with is the 605 today. And that I'll give you some time to pay.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
With the reinstatement fees, is that the lowest that you can get me? Because I said, well, I do have an interview about 3 weeks from now. It is a truck driving job, and just praying to be able to get my license. I've been receiving unemployment. It ain't much, so that really have been causing me to penny pinch. So if I'm able to get my license and get back going, I can make some real money, especially with the job offering overtime. But right now, without a license and then bucking, just trying to have some money around the house and take care of the children it's been kind of tough for me, just to be honest.
Okay. Well, Mr. Hill, I can't do anything about the reinstatement fees. That's 225. I got Mr. Hill here that's heard your argument, and I got Mr. Rosenthal sitting here that's sitting here listening as well. And of course, I'm going to give Mr. Hill all the time he needs to do what he needs to do. Now that I don't know what that's going to do regarding, but if you're doing a truck driving job, sir, these abstractions aren't really going to help you either. I don't know how that works for a commercial driver's license, to be honest with you. But Mr. Hill, do you want to speak to Mr. Rosenthal, or what? I don't know.
What was the offer?
The offer was to plead 2 misdemeanors and 1 responsible plea. The responsible plea is $125. You've got $225 at least in reinstatement fees.
So from the ones even dismissed. From the ones even dismissed, Your Honor.
Yes. No. Actually, from the ones that are dismissed, he only has 1 reinstatement.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the reinstatement fees come from, the ones dismissed, yes, because he's got the civil infraction that's going to have a reinstatement fee, unregistered, untitled that's going to have a reinstatement fee, and no insurance misdemeanor is going to have a reinstatement fee, and the expired plate is going to have a reinstatement fee.
If I could just look at the offer, Your Honor.
All right.
And then just let me see if there's anything I can possibly.
All right. He's going to take another look at it, sir.
And then these ones, Your Honor, the way I situated them is the offer than the ones I actually put and made legal or amended. And then all the ones in the back are dismissed or state.
All right.
And then same with these ones. So that's going to be this one.
All right, we can do Mr. Latimer now. Let's call the case. We'll pass that other matter. And the ones on the back are state cases? Is that why you couldn't encompass all of this in here?
Yes, Your Honor, the ones in the back are state cases, and the ones that are first in the back are the ones I dismissed. I just didn't want to mix them up with the ones that I'm actually making them into. And I hope it wasn't confusing.
No, go ahead. I can figure it out.
Yeah, so most of them are state, but then there's a couple that I dismissed. I just don't want to put the dismissals with the ones that I'm actually holding for the amendments. But
this one's a city case.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's a city case that's not, on.
That one's not on?
No. Looks like you only have 2 of them on, and this one's not.
Oh, can I see that one, Your Honor?
this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I must have just, because it was a single page, Your Honor, but I have that and I just put it in this one.
Well, Mr.
And I do have a updated recommendation, Your Honor, as well.
All right, Mr. Latimer.
Yes.
You have a situation. Let's see. This is the City of Detroit versus Dion Darrell Latimer, case number SP 1147691, counts 1 and counts 2. And SP 1147691, SP 1183114, counts 1 and counts 2. All right, Mr. Latimer, you got 5 cases in front of you. Offer today is going to be to plead to the improper plate for the no insurance ticket. Did you have insurance at the time, sir?
What, at the time of the ticket?
Yeah.
No. I was driving my girlfriend's car. I'm waiting on the verification. Got insurance on her vehicle now, but she didn't have insurance at the time of the incident. No.
She didn't. Okay, so basically, plead to improper plate for the no insurance ticket, and the city attorney says that he will allow you for the speeding ticket 6 to 10 over, a limited access 1 to 5. That's going to be $125. I don't know if Mr. Hill can do any better than that for you or not, but that's $240. That's a non-abstractable offense. That offense doesn't carry points. It is a misdemeanor, and that's $240. And then the speeding ticket will be amended to a 1 to 5 over limited access. That is an abstractable offense. However, it doesn't carry points. And the city attorney just ran out of here.
Okay.
What? So that's 125 plus 240. That's 365 today, and that'll clear up everything.
So, the first few matters with because this two different cases. This case right here with the I was driving my girlfriend car. No, improper.
You want to speak to the lawyer, sir?
Right, she had the right plate on her car.
I'll talk to him,
You
Judge.
want to speak to the lawyer, sir?
Yes.
All right. You got all the cases in front of you, counselor? Yeah, I don't know. No, it's not on the docket at all today, so you would have to go into the system to look it up, his cases, but he's got a no insurance, no proof. He got 3 cases that he got on one day. That would be speeding 6 to 10 over, a no proof of insurance, a civil infraction, and a driving while license expired. Then on the next time, he got a seatbelt ticket and a no insurance misdemeanor. So those are the 3 cases, the 5 cases that he's got. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, sir. You speak to the lawyer and he'll talk to you and we'll get back with.
Okay.
All right. All right, so. I don't know what he means by this. Don't listen to him. That's on. All right. Did you, I don't think it's gonna get any better than this, Mr. Garner. So, back on the record with Dwayne, with Dwayne Edward Garner. Mr. Garner, the offer now, he's taken under consideration your argument about going to truck driving school, and he's willing to just offer you a improper plate, a non-abstractable offense, and a limited access 1 to 5 over for the speeding. So that dropped to another $240. So
Wow.
I don't think it's going to
Thank
get
you,
any better, sir. You want to take that deal, sir?
Okay, well, thank you. Yes, sir. And how much total would that be for me to pay the court and a reinstatement fee? That way I could make provision for that.
Mr. Garner, I don't need all of that extra making your provision and stuff like that. That's all that. We don't even need all that extra stuff. Like
Well,
you still
I'm
plead the sob story. You pled it already, and you got the benefit of it. Now we need to cut it from there. All right.
Hey,
All right.
I'm just grateful and thankful to be talking to someone that's healthy mentally and intelligent like yourself, not buttering you up, but I'm thankful and grateful just to call today and have a judge like yourself that's merciful.
All right.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
I don't know how mental I'm there, how altogether mentally I'm there, but all right, let's go.
Everybody ain't healthy mentally, you know what I'm saying? So it's an honor to come in contact with someone that's healthy mentally.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to, my understanding you want to take this offer, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, sir?
I will.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Nothing but the truth.
Is that a yes or a no, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Garner, do you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, sir, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what we stated in the record?
No.
Okay, Mr. Gardner, I'm going to draw your attention to January 16th of 2019 at around 2:10 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Joy and Greenfield. Mr. Gardner, on that day, were you operating a 2007 Dodge?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and on that day, sir, did you get pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, and on that day, did that Detroit police officer ask you to produce valid insurance on that Dodge?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
I wasn't able to provide that day. That was my mother's vehicle. It had insurance.
Satisfied, Judge. Satisfied. He was
wouldn't-
unable to produce it on the day in question. Satisfied.
Thank you, Counselor. I'm going to accept your guilty plea to the amended count of improper plates. I'm gonna fine you $240 in that matter. Mr. Garner, I'm going to draw your attention to October 25th, 2020, in the city of Detroit, in the area of Finkel and Descota. Sir, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by Detroit police on that date?
Yes.
And on that date, were you pulled over for speeding, sir?
Yes.
And you were pulled over for speeding because in fact you were speeding, is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, I'm gonna find you responsible to the amended count of limited access, 1 to 5 over. I'm gonna fine you $125 in that matter. And based on a stipulation of probable cause, with stipulation of probable cause, I'm gonna dismiss all the other matters, sir.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna waive any warrant fees. And again, you're gonna be responsible to pay the reinstatement fees in the matter. So, Mr. Garner, when can you pay?
Could you give me 30 days? So that would be how many reinstatement fees?
I'm not gonna go over all that stuff again.
Okay.
We've already done that. You're gonna take some responsibility and you're gonna look it up or have your daughter help you look it up. The fees are gonna be in there in the computer in about a half hour once we get off of this case here. But I'm not concerned about the reinstatement fees anyway. I'm only concerned about the $365. I'm gonna give you until August 28th to do that.
Well, thank you. Okay, $365 total to the court.
So
I can definitely do that.
August 20, 2021. Just keep in mind that before you go get that driver's license or before you get clearances, because I don't know what else you have, are you one of the ones that rips and runs through the city of Detroit? And then when you get out to the suburbs, you drive 10, 2 on the steering wheel, sir?
Well, you know, to be honest, getting older, I just, you know, I'm learning just to do the speed limit, just to, if I got somewhere to go.
No, so the answer to my question, I'm gonna take that as a yes. You rip and run through the city, and then you endanger your own citizens because you live in the city of Detroit. But when you get to the suburbs, you go and you're doing the speed limit. You got 10, 2 on the wheel, everything. So based on that, you got till October 28th, 2021 to take care of the matters. If you find yourself, sir, in a position that you need some more time to take care of these matters, then you need to zoom back in on that day, sir, and see if the court will give you some more time. But if not, we're going to expect that to be paid by the 28th of August.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. No, thank you, sir. That will be taken care of.
All right. If there's nothing further, you have a very good day.
I guess the next question, is the court open where I could just come down and pay that cash when I get it?
You can come down to the court and pay it at any time. Mr. Grayson, you're going to have to get up and sit up.
Okay.
Sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Your Honor.
Come pay it at any time, sir.
Okay.
Down at the court, you can pay it at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can pay it online at 36districtcourt.org.
Sounds good. And that will be taken care of. And thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed week.
Are you as well?
Okay, I'm all set.
You're all set, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffiths.
He's still in the breakout
Yes,
room.
I'm here. I'm here. I couldn't find the mute button.
All right, here's the situation with you, sir. The offer here, get a sweet deal too. Who was that I just did? Was that wasn't Latimer gone?
No, he was in the breakout room. I just had him come back, Judge.
What, Mr. Latimer?
Yeah, he's gonna ask for a trial date, Judge.
Here's the deal with you, Mr. Griffiths. You're getting a good deal as well. You're getting, for the disregard and a red signal, you're getting an offer to blocking traffic and to dismiss the other counts. So let me just make sure that everything was encompassed here. Because I only have 3 on here, 1. I'm believing that the other one was a state count. 2, 3. Yes. No proof of insurance. And that's because this is a state count. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, for the basically, you got 4 matters. You're going to get a 2 for 2, and you're really going to get 1 misdemeanor if you want to take it. 1 misdemeanor and 1 civil infraction. None of them are going to abstract. You have there's no proof of insurance. We will amend. Is this a civil infraction? So this state, yeah, this is a civil infraction. So, all right. So here, we'll do it this way. We'll amend both of these civil infractions to a blocking traffic. So that's going to be $275. That's going to be $275 fines. $350. No abstraction, just civil infractions. Basically, is almost like equivalent to a parking ticket.
Okay.
It's 2 expensive parking tickets, basically.
Yes.
And then the other 2 matters will be dismissed.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right. Let me see your face, sir.
Oh, hang on. I'm still trying to learn that. Hang on 1 moment. Is that it? Yep. There we go. I'm here.
This is the city of Detroit versus Michael Stephen Griffiths. Case number SP 1159597, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 115959991. Mr. Griffiths, off the record, there was an offer available to you to plead to 2 counts of the 2 amended counts of blocking traffic, both civil infractions, and the other misdemeanor and the other civil infraction he dismissed. Mr. Griffith, that's going to be $175 per count. Is that my understanding? You want to avail yourself of that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Can you raise your right hand, sir?
Yep.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can put your hand down, sir. You understand you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that right up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, sir. Let me draw your attention to February 5th, 2021 at around 10:06 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Connor and Chandler Park Drive. Were you pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that date, were you pulled over for running or disregarding a red or amber signal, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And, sir, you were pulled over on that date for disregarding an amber signal because, in fact, you did run that red light or amber light. Is that the case, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and sir, I'm gonna find you, responsible to the amended count of blocking traffic, sir, $175 fine for that. And let me draw your attention to the same date and time, sir. Were you operating a 2012 Chevy truck, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that 2000, did the officer ask you to produce a valid insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No, Your Honor.
And why is that?
Honestly, I was in the process of getting rid of the vehicle. The only reason I was driving that day was I was trying
Yes,
to.
sir, you didn't have insurance at that time, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of blocking traffic in that matter, $175 fine. When can you pay, sir?
I could probably pay soon, but could you give me a 30-day grace period just in case? I have 7 children. You never know what comes up. So if I could have 30 days, that'd be great.
August 28, 2021. I'll tell you, like I tell everybody else, you need to get that paid by then, or you need to find some more time. You need to zoom back in, because I'd hate to see this become a situation that gives you a lot more penalties and fees.
Agreed.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, you have a great day.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Latimer. Oh, you want a trial date, sir?
All right.
Yes, Judge.
Trying to explain to the attorney, since he didn't want to listen to my explanation, explain to me
Mr.
just
Lattimore, listen, you got into the facts of the case.
we got
You were getting into the facts of the case. I highly suggest don't get into the facts of the case.
I'm talking to the judge now, man. So I'm talking to the judge.
Listen, Mr. Latimer, let me say this before you start talking. I'm going to give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say, but you have a lawyer there for a reason, and he's a very good lawyer. And I see you shaking your head, and I know you want to get your point across. But in law, you always hear on TV and everywhere else, you have the right to remain silent. But anything you say can and will be used against you. So, you understand those two elements there?
Yeah.
All right. So, did we call the case, Madam?
For Lattimore, Judge?
Yes.
No, we haven't.
This is the city of Detroit versus Dion Darrell Latimer. Case numbers SP 1147691, counts 1 and 2, SP 1147691, and SP 1183114, counts 1 and counts 2. I think we did count those persons. But based on that, Mr. Latimer, I've given you an opportunity to speak with the city attorney. I think the offer was pleading to one limited access. That's a 0-point offense. It does abstract to the Secretary of State. I said I'd fine you $125 for that. And I believe that we were going to hold you responsible for the no insurance misdemeanor, but that was going to be amended. Is he gone? All right. He's in that breakout room again.
I'll go get him.
All right.
Oh, I don't have the option for the breakout room anymore.
No, I know. I closed out the room again. I think it ought to, I don't know why it went there again. We got Mr. Grayson, that he's got a lot more serious stuff. Well, I won't say much more serious, but I'll say a lot more. So we save the best for last. Right, Mr. Grayson?
Yes.
We're gonna give Mr. Latimer his opportunity to speak if he wants to. You're listening, aren't you? Very well, Mr. Grayson, I see that.
Yes, sir.
Patiently, I appreciate your patience, sir. Okay, got Mr. Latimer back. Okay, now, I said that I would offer you an improper plate for the no insurance misdemeanor. That is a 0-point offense. It is a misdemeanor, but it does not abstract, and it's a $240 fine. So I gave you an opportunity to speak with the lawyer, sir. And I don't know what that conversation had, but obviously it didn't yield too much in the way of getting this matter resolved. So you mentioned that you want to speak. Now is your opportunity if you want to speak.
I should give him clarification that, you're trying to, combine all 5 tickets when it was 2 separate vehicles. That's what I'm trying to explain to the attorney before he, rudely cut me off and sent me back. So that's what I was trying to explain to him. You know what I'm saying? It's to be dealing with 2 separate vehicles, not 1 vehicle. I was driving my girlfriend's vehicles when I caught the expired license and the 6 to 10 miles over and no proof of insurance. I was trying to explain to him that the other 2 tickets has no bearing on the first 3 tickets. I didn't want to loop them all together.
Let me stop. Let me stop you there. Let me stop you for a second, okay? It's not his call. It's not his call on whether the cases were combined or not. That's my call.
Oh yeah. So I was trying to.
Let me finish. I understand. You're gonna get a chance to talk, and I'm gonna talk, but I'm not gonna allow you to talk over me, okay? So I make the call in combining the cases. And I do that so that it clears up a lot of things for everyone. Okay? You don't have to come back on another day. You don't have these matters sitting out there. It's just more efficient. Now, you need to possibly go back into the breakout room with Mr. Hill, and you need to have a civil conversation, and you need to talk to him about trying to make a motion to separate the cases. Now, I don't know if that's going to help you out in any way anyway. Or, the offer today, you got 5 different cases. And so you're getting a deal in respects that both of these cases, all these 5 cases, you're coming out with 0 points on your driver's license, only 1 abstraction, and then everything else will be dismissed. But if you unless you have really a valid defense to why you were driving on an expired license, why that you didn't have the insurance on you at the time you were stopped, why you were, or the fact that you weren't speeding, because speeding is a strict liability offense. It's nothing in the law that's going to give you any deference because you say it was an emergency or something like that. If the speeding is, if you were speeding, you were speeding. And unless you can say that the officer wrongly clocked you or pulled over the wrong vehicle, unless you can put a viable defense up, you got to answer to that stuff. And you have the no proof of insurance civil infraction on that. So then you got the no seatbelt ticket. So unless you, and that's what the conversation with him is about. Hey, do you have some kind of viable defense? Now, you have a right to a trial in all these matters. And you could do better at trial, or you can do worse at trial, or you can do the same. That's your right. But, and that's up to you. You let me know what you want to do, and you give me a valid reason why I should separate the two incidents.
Okay. I went to CDL school. So like I tried to explain to others, I thought it was a typo. I said, how you get a 1-year license? I got a 2-year medical card. I got my license in 2000.
Pull his license. Well, go ahead, I'm listening.
And so I was trying to explain, I had no idea that my license had expired. You know, I'm thinking 1 year, it should be that. So I'm
All right.
So they said,
look at Mr. Grayson.
So
Mr. Grayson's even looking like, hey man, you are no idea that the license expired. Wait a minute, let me stop you. This is why I told you have a right to remain silent. No idea that the license is expired is no defense to driving on an expired license. So if you go there and when you say to me, Judge, I had no idea that my driver's license is expired, but it was expired. What's the outcome gonna be, Mr. Grayson?
Can I get a chance to rebuttal that?
Yeah, certainly. Go ahead.
So now, when I took my CDL class and passed my test, right, I was given a license. So every time my license was enhanced, you know, at the date continue on. So you get a 4-year license. My license been enhanced 3 times. Trucker license, the CDLs to regular. I ain't out here doing no out here more running the mud. You know, you just, you know, I don't have a bad driving record. And it did.
Okay. What's going on? You all right?
Nothing. I just haven't seen you. I just want to come and congratulate you.
Appreciate that, man.
Congratulations, brother. Didn't mean to call you.
What's up? You all right?
I'm blessed. Okay, I'm down there acting I'm doing important legal stuff.
It's all important, man.
We got no track.
Yeah, we got Mr. Latimer here. All right. All right, I'll talk to you. All right. So, Mr. Hill, I'm in possession of Mr. Latimer's driver's license. The license is valid now. The license was suspended from
I have Zoom here, and I got suspended my life. I had Mr. Zoom here. Not because of the no infraction or anything like that.
the license was suspended for okay. Let's see. Dismissed by the party. Bell for rain. Scheduled for rain. Okay. So here's the deal. Mr. Hill, Mr. Latimer had a ticket for no insurance misdemeanor back on 7/20/2020 that was ultimately dismissed on 5/4/2021. The ROA states that it was scheduled for arraignment on 10/01/2020. On that date, a pretrial was scheduled for 11/23/2020. On that date, the court was closed from 11/17/2020 until 12/9/2020. Then the court automatically scheduled another pretrial on February 16th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. On February 16th, 2021, the defendant failed to appear, which subsequently he received the current suspension. Now, on 5/4, he then was scheduled for a pretrial, scheduled for an arraignment on 5/17/2021. But then it was removed from the calendar on 5/17/21 and scheduled for arraignment on the bench warrant on 5/3/2021. Notices were no virtual notice to appear requested. And it says on 5/4/2021, it was scheduled for a show cause hearing. And then ultimately on 5/4/2021, the case was held and it was dismissed by party on motion of a prosecuting attorney because he provided valid documentation and waiver of the reinstatement fees. So that's the procedure that has happened with the court. I see your hand raised, Mr. Grayson. All right, so that is what happened on why. That's an explanation on why the driver's license expired ticket I still don't see why the driver's license was expired on 12. I don't understand why the driver's license was even expired. Maybe, and I'm maybe that. The license was originally issued on 7/30/2015. He's got a chauffeur license. CDL status is valid. License is valid. A renewal was issued on 1/11/2021. So apparently your driver's license had expired, and this is just the only thing I can The only thing I can reasonably infer by the nature of the charge is that your driver's license was expired on 12/21/2020 when you got stopped in the area of Evergreen and Wadsworth. And went to renew your license on 1/11/2021. So that's the allegation. So you've heard everything that the court has gone through with this situation. The city attorney has heard everything that the past history of Mr. Latimer's license situation and court situation and things of that nature. So based on that, I will give you guys an opportunity to talk as much as you need to. I will give Mr. Hill an opportunity to re-engage Mr. Latimer if you want to. You're not obligated to, but I'll give you that. And I'll give Mr. Hill an opportunity to engage Mr. Rosenthal again. You want to do that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so listen, let's do this at the same time. Let's call Mr. Grayson's case. He's got a few more matters, but I'm sure that you guys can get all in the breakout room and kind of hash both of these out. Yes.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm supposed to be in court to see Judge Archer. They texting my phone right now. I don't need to get to his.
Go to. What do you want me to put another date on this, sir? I can give you another date. I don't mind that.
For me?
You can go to Judge Archer's courtroom. I can give you another date, or you can come back this afternoon at 1:30.
Okay, so how do I get to Judge Archer court?
What's her number? The same 360 Zoom.
233.
360-233-0000. That's what you're gonna zoom in on.
Hold on, write it out. Say it again for me.
What is it? 233?
Yes, sir.
Yep. 360-233-0000.
Okay, thank you.
I think you're gonna automatically go in this room again, Mr. Latimer. What do you want to do, Mr. Grayson? You want to come back on another time? I put this out for you a couple of weeks, or you want to come back later on this afternoon?
Come back later on today after I'm done with them.
1:30.
All right.
All right.
I'm just gonna go back to the office real quick. What's going on with so Mr. Lattimore? I mean, obviously, but where he doesn't want to go to trial and he has
He's you know, what it seems like with him now. I can't state about the obviously the no insurance to him on the one that he got back in, what's his name? Yeah. On the one no insurance ticket he got, that ended up suspending his license. It was dismissed by the party because it says that he provided valid documentation. That was on 7/20/2021. He has a no proof of insurance civil infraction on 12/2021. It seems like his license was expired, maybe because he couldn't have got into the Secretary of State on that day, or maybe something of that nature. There was problems. It seems like his license had expired, and then he went back and got a license on.
So we're just holding the 1 to 5, aren't we?
You know, I was going to hold to the no insurance misdemeanor as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I was going to give him in proper place. I'm willing to.
No, Your Honor, it's your discretion.
No, I would say fair is fair. You know, he seems like he's you know, I would say give him a blocking traffic. That's $40 more than the limited. No, that's actually $50 more than the limited access. He is a truck driver. He won't have any costs. And based on his history, you know, it was a pandemic. He did provide valid documentation for the insurance on 7/20.
So you don't want the abstract.
I can understand that.
Oh, yeah.
I can understand that. And
he was doing, what was it, 11?
6 to 10.
He was doing 6 to 10?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah, he was doing 6 to 10.
I'll do, here, Your Honor, I don't mind doing, because he is adamant about it.
And I'm going through the record, I would be adamant about it too.
I mean, as long as you're willing to explain, put up a fight.
I'll put it down to him.
And that's, oh, no, not you, Your Honor. Like, an individual, I'm always willing to work with him. He seems like, and especially when it's like, you know, pretty much, I don't want something we do taking food out of his family's mouth.
I can get that. And then, like I say, going through it, I can see where his kind of upset now.
Right. And that's, you know,
we're not going to, I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to tell him, and I'm going to, you know, for Mr. Hill's purposes, well, I'm going to kick him out this room.
Yeah, just yeah, Your Honor. I don't mind doing it after he actually gave you a thorough explanation.
And then we went through the whole thing thoroughly. All right, listen. Going through Mr. Latimer, back on the record, sir. Mr. Latimer.
I was gonna pay them. How much I owe?
Listen, stop, man. You gotta exercise some patience, man. And you gotta calm down a little bit. After that discussion that we had, we're not gonna let you go scot-free. You're gonna get a minute. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
I ain't trying to get off on. You want
to talk? You want to let me talk?
Go ahead, sir.
I'm only trying to be fair here with you, sir. So here's the deal. You plead to a blocking traffic for the speeding ticket, and we're going to dismiss the other stuff. $175, no abstraction, no misdemeanor, just basically an expensive parking ticket, and so many. That's the effect.
Okay, sir.
And that's after having gone through all. But let me say this though. Let me say this. It's still, while I understand that we were going through a pandemic, according to this, your license was still expired on 12/21/2020, according to this. And then I do see that you provided valid documentation for the insurance on 7/21, on 7/20/2020, that one way back last year, almost over a year ago now. I do understand that the court routinely says, okay, Mr. Lattimore or whoever, you know, you probably didn't have insurance on this day, but the fact that you got insurance now, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So I don't know if that was the reason why they dismissed it for valid documentation, or if it was dismissed for valid documentation because you actually did have insurance on that day. But I'm going to take your words, which you said is that was my girlfriend's car. So I don't know if you didn't know that she didn't have insurance, or you just didn't have the documentation and she actually had insurance. And at this point, I really don't care. But I see that case, which would have suspended your license for this matter, that we have, that would have, well, I see that the expired license, if I was the judge and all this stuff was brought in front of me and the case was Mr. Latimer driving on an expired license on this date, I would have to say yes. You understand me? I would have to say yes. I would find you guilty of that if this was a trial and this was the information that I got from both sides. So based on that, though, I know it was some history. I know it was a lot going on last year. I know that you were taking care of that no insurance misdemeanor like you were supposed to, but through no fault of your own, the case was rescheduled. The things weren't, the mail is all crazy. You may not have received notice and subsequently suspended your license for that. But let's get it clear, though. I'm not saying that you didn't drive while the license expired. We're just going to give you a break today, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Hill, is there anything that, and I'm not saying that you didn't have your seatbelt on either.
Judge, I wouldn't get into that, please. Don't even.
Yes, but you probably didn't because you don't have one on now. But we won't say that. All right. So is that fair? Will you accept that resolution?
Yes, sir.
Have you and Mr. Hill made up?
Yes, I'll take him out to lunch.
Hey, Mr. Hill is a seriously good lawyer now, and sometimes us lawyers, we want to hear just the facts and the short stories, because when you start speaking too much, like you did, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why people don't listen. So, Mr. Latimer, can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, do you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up, sir?
Yes.
Oh, man. See, you're lucky that the other lawyer's not here for the city, because he had you going to the Michigan Defensive Driving Course for that 6 to 10 over. But you understand? Has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No.
And let the record reflect too that how long have you been driving, sir?
Over 30 years.
And I will say that Mr. Latimer, really, I see 2 crashes, but that's back in 2016 and 17. But other than that, you had I see an open intox and a controlled substance.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 on the same instance. And I don't know what the outcome of those will be, but other than that, the rest of it comprises of the matters that are before me. So for 30, I'm sure that they drop off though, don't they? So we don't know what his whole 30-year history is, but the recent history is not that bad, and I gotta imagine that they wouldn't have a valid CDL if it was. So, Mr. Latimer, let me draw your attention to but we're going to keep it real here, all right? That's what we're going to do. Let me draw your attention, sir, to December 21st, 2020, at around 10:49 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Evergreen in Wadsworth, when the officer, Mr. Darrell Bennett, he's gonna throw the book at you, but he's not gonna give you no tickets. In my career of working as a defense lawyer, he's just not gonna write you a ticket that is not good. I mean, am I correct, Mr. Hill?
You're right, Judge.
He said that he pulled you over on that day. Did you get pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day, sir?
Yes, sir.
Did you get pulled over for speeding on that date, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you got pulled over for speeding because, in fact, you were speeding on that date. Is that correct, sir?
You hear that, Mr. Lattimore?
He froze up, I think.
You're on mute.
You're on mute now, sir.
Okay, I'm here.
You got pulled over for speeding on that day because in fact you were speeding on that day, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to accept your responsible plea to the amended count of blocking traffic. With the stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'm going to dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated.
Mr. Latimer, for all this you're taking us through today, you're going to pay this today, aren't you, sir?
Yes, sir.
$175. We're going to put in the system August 2nd. That'll give you some time. If you don't, you can pay it at any DIV kiosk in the city of Detroit. You can pay it you can come down here and pay it, or you can pay it on 36 District Court. So with that, one thing I do appreciate, and I'm sure Mr. Hill does appreciate, is the fight that you have. And even though you guys probably didn't start off, like you wanted to, but is that sort of fight that you had that I kind of routinely get tired of people just wanting, I want to just get it over with. I just want to get it over with, and I'm just going to do it. You didn't do that, and you got hurt. You're going to always get hurt here in courtroom 434. So other than that, are you registered to vote, sir?
Yes.
All right. There it is. I was going to make that a part of the order as well, too, but there you go. If there's nothing further, Mr. Lattimore, you have a very good day.
So you too. So I'm done with everything once I pay the 175.
Yeah, let's say that. Once you pay that 175 a day, you'll be done with everything.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Great day, sir.
You too.
All right. That's Mr. Grayson. I think that's going to be it today. Thank you, Mr. Hill.
No problem, Judge.
You did a very good job, sir. I appreciate it. I really do. I just like to see good lawyering, and you take the time and you know how to make the right arguments, and that's a beautiful thing.
I appreciate it. With Mr. Latimer, he was just adamant that he wanted to fight the seatbelt ticket. He kept on saying, "I want to fight the." He goes, I'm okay with it. I just want to fight the seatbelt ticket. I said, if you want to fight the seatbelt ticket, you shouldn't, because they're going to give you a better offer. But he's like, no, I want my day in court on that particular charge. And I was trying to explain to him, it's going to be dismissed. And that's where we had a bit of a breakdown. But no, I appreciate it, Judge. It went pretty good today.
Yeah, and something, I gotta say, I know that dealing with the lay people like Mr. Latimer, like you say, you're fighting a case that really doesn't need to be fought. That's dismissed. That doesn't. But what about the other stuff? You're worried about a $65 ticket, and you got these things. But I do appreciate him. At least that's what got us into the other discussions about the expired. And I saw, and like I say, I think fair is fair, and I think Mr. Rosenthal, everybody in this room understands fair, and he had some issues that needed to be, that was not bad exploring, and it made his case a little bit better for him. But other than that, I appreciate you going that extra step, and you're already knowing basically what the court is thinking about some of this stuff, and I can't really advocate for them. And then we got some real fair prosecutors, and Mr. Rosenthal and Mr. Goss and Mrs. Fagan that are willing to listen to those arguments and give deference to it. So I really just get disappointed that these officers write these no registration tickets anyway, because you couldn't get to the Secretary of State, and you're still having trouble with the Secretary of State. And so you got these, and so one of the things the other day was the lady, Mrs. Lyles. she has a no registration ticket. And we're gonna dismiss the ticket. Sometimes we have a little fun with certain people, but